Hi, I'm Stephen Cassidy, Mayor of San Leandro. Earlier this week, the City Council approved on a 4-3 vote a proposal to fly the People's Republic of China flag on October 1st, which is the National Day of China. It marks the date in which the Communist Party declared the People's Republic of China in 1949. I issued the suspension, which is one of the powers that the mayor has, simply to create some space for everything to calm down to a certain extent, and to give us the opportunity to engage in a more deliberate decision-making process and involve the community in that. One thing that's important in what occurred is that the city doesn't have a policy on the flying of other nations' flags at City Hall. This was the first time in my knowledge that we have ever approved the flying of another nation's flag above San Leandro City Hall, and that became very controversial. There was also, of course, objections to the particular flag, the People's Republic of China, from Tibetan groups and other individuals concerned about China's human rights policies. And that was part of the reason why this was a split vote by the City Council.
I'll call for the vote.
This will be a voice vote, so signify your vote with an aye or no. Councilmember Cutter? No. Councilmember Gregory?
No.
Councilmember Lee?
Aye.
Councilmember Reed?
Aye.
Councilmember Souza?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Prola?
Aye.
Mayor Cassidy?
No.
Vote is 4 ayes, 3 noes. Council members Cutter, Gregory, and Mayor Cassidy voting no. Motion passes.
But after we made the decision, we received a substantial amount of emails and phone calls and criticism of the decision, and it became clear to me that it was best that we just simply take a time out. Whether you agree with the decision or not, we really need to have a policy in place before we embark upon flying other nations' flags. And so this wasn't ultimately specific to the People's Republic of China flag. It was more of, we need to have a policy, we shouldn't set a precedent and then have to take on every possible flag under the world to fly over at City Hall without thinking that through carefully and without involving the community in that decision. The matter will come back to the City Council later in October on our next regularly scheduled meeting, which is October 7th. And then that will give us a chance to decide, do we want to put a policy in place on the flying of flags? And if so, what should the guidelines and the criteria be for that policy? Or do we not want to fly the flag and have that be our policy?